This is Law Day, of course. We're celebrating Law Day here in New Orleans, and we have the good fortune to have some absolutely great youngsters from Thomas Jefferson High School who did a mock trial dealing with alcoholism and hazing. We thought it would be timely for them since they're high school students, mostly sophomores and juniors in high school, and these are the kinds of issues they'll be facing when they get to college. So we wanted to let them script this. Their teachers worked with them to put together a script, and they all just did a fantastic job on their mock trial.
Why is it important that people learn about the law?
Well, we have to learn to respect the system, certainly. For young people, without a justice system, we would have anarchy. It's as simple as if we don't have stop signs, there are collisions, and if we don't have a legal system, then everybody takes the law in their own hands, and we would just have absolute anarchy. So we need to teach our kids to respect the justice system.
The majority of these students were sophomores. They took honors civics in the fall of 2009. And whenever we're studying certain topics, we like to bring experts into our class. Justice Johnson came into Thomas Jefferson High School and spoke with the students about how writs of certiorari are granted and how the Louisiana State Supreme Court hears cases. And the students had so many questions that she decided to invite them to participate in Law Day, which was a great experience because whenever you have the chance to authenticate or apply the concepts that you learn in school, it helps you master those concepts. And civic education is really important in the United States of America because it what makes us work, it's what keeps us civilized. It's the reason that a lot of people want to come to this country to work and to live and to be prosperous. And it's important for students to understand how their legal system works so they won't take it for granted and they'll respect it, and it's less chaos in our world.
Mr. Tross, what is today's case?
Your Honor, today's case is State versus Chris Archer.
We intend to prove that Milan Jackson was murdered in the first degree during hazing conducted by Chris Archer. Please find the defendant guilty of all charges.
The first count is first-degree murder, which states, it is a deliberate and premeditated unlawful killing of a human being. Premeditation means that the defendant actually reflected on the idea of killing, if only for a brief period. Now, he's also guilty of hazing. A person commits criminal hazing if serious physical injury or death results or is likely to result from an act or the direct influence of a gang or fraternity or sorority member during the initiation process. This charge may be brought in conjunction with any other violent crimes against a human being. Your Honor, I'm here today simply to prove that Chris Archer is indeed innocent.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Ms. Johnson, how did you meet Milan?
When she pledged to our fraternity.
Did you plan to haze any of the pledges?
Yes.
Are these tasks usually harmful?
No, they're just used to scare the pledges.
Did you see Milan on Hell Night?
Yes.
And did you know about the plan to haze Milan?
Yes.
Do you know what the plan was?
No, Chris Archer wouldn't tell me.
And who gave Milan the task?
Chris whispered it in her ear.
What did Milan do after she was issued her task?
She ripped her blindfold off and ran to the clock tower.
What time did you reach the tower?
After she had fallen off.
And was anyone close enough to see what happened to Milan?
Only Chris was close enough to know.
Could you please describe Chris Archer in regards to the university?
He is a fine credit to the university. He is president of the fraternity, and he helped me organize an anti-hazing rally a couple years ago.
So it was clear that he was against he was against hazing. Okay.
Will everyone please rise? The court is now in session.
As for the second account for criminal hazing, we, the jury, find the defendant, Chris Archer, guilty. With a suggested time of 7 months in prison.
My sentencing is 6 months in prison and a $100 fine. Court is out of session.
The mock trial was about hazing and alcoholism. These are issues that we deal with today, especially in the 21st century, and usually students, they get involved in these issues about the 10th, 11th grade, and that's what these group of students were. So if they have input into the process and they see how it works and they see the consequences of participating in those type of activities, it'll make them make better informed decisions concerning their lives, and will help keep our students out of trouble that they don't necessarily have to get involved in. It also teaches them etiquette in the court system, which is so important.
I participated in the Louisiana Supreme Court mock trial, and I played the part of the lead prosecution attorney.
What'd you learn?
I learned that you have to pay attention to detail, and that many things that are said can be distorted.
What do you plan to do for college and a career?
I am undecided on my college, but I know that I want to pursue a career in either aeronautical or electrical engineering.
I participated in the mock trial. I played the role of the lead defense attorney.
What'd you learn?
I learned to pay very close attention to detail, and that, minor details can make or break a case.
What do you plan to do for college and a career?
I'm interested in pursuing musical production and sound engineering.
As a member of the 12 jury members, I participated in deciding on the guilty or non-guilty of unlawful hazing and first-degree murder.
And how difficult was it to come to a decision?
It took us quite a while because we had to have an unanimous vote.
In the mock trial, I played the role of the judge, and I learned that you have to be on your feet all the time. You have to know what's going on so you could call objections or whatever, and all of the stuff, all of the roles and everything that everyone plays.
What'd you think of Law Day?
I thought it was pretty interesting, pretty exciting.
I participated in the mock trial, and I was playing the role of the defendant.
What'd you learn?
I learned that in cases, it's really important how your lawyer presents your case, and it can be the deciding factor.
What do you plan to do for college and a career?
I plan to go to school and major in biology and maybe get a career in pharmacy.
Tell me, what was your reaction to coming to Louisiana Supreme Court?
I was really surprised. I really liked the experience. It's a beautiful building, and I really liked how we learned about the system, the law system.
What did you learn during the mock trial?
Well, I learned how it works, how mock trial works, and how criminals get put to justice.
I found the building really interesting, and all the surroundings around here intrigued me.
What did you learn during the mock trial?
That everything depends on the evidence that is presented in the case.
We were excited that we were invited. It said a lot about our students because we are a new school. We have great kids. We have good kids at our school, and a lot of these kids want to make a difference in the greater New Orleans area.
Well, it's just been fantastic. The teachers, of course, put a lot of hours into preparing them, and the kids were enthusiastic, and we always glad to welcome them to 400 Royal Street, to this magnificent Supreme Court building. We want them to feel vested, and we want them to feel as if they own it.